Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is a Screencast-O-Matic presentation and recording for the warm-ups for the cycle that we're currently on for world cultures. Please remember that your task and your goal is to copy down the question and the answer for each day's warm-ups. And remember, when you are finished, you may hit submit accordingly. Let's go and get started as we begin a new unit on Asia. The first question of the day is for Tuesday and Wednesday. Because there was no school on Monday for Martin Luther King Jr. Day, please make sure that you adjust your template accordingly. What are some of the most important things to know about the human patterns of people in Asia? Provide at least 6 explanations about what you know. So for this particular lesson, we looked at the human characteristics of Asia, and then we also, in a sense, focused on the countries and locations of key countries and cities as well. So let's go ahead and examine this question more thoroughly. So in terms of peopling, Asia has more people than any other continent in the world combined. Over 4 billion people reside in Asia. Additionally, in terms of countries, yes, it's true that China and India specifically hold the most people in Asia. And many people say that these two countries define the full story of the continent. Upon closer examination of this unit, you'll find that other countries, of course, are just as important as China and India. But I think the main reason why they get the most focus is because they are the earliest and in many ways oldest civilizations that we're aware of in Eastern world civilization. In terms of cities, Asia has 7 of the world's 10 largest cities, and a lot of people do in fact reside in the metropolitan areas of Asia. People groups. In terms of people groups in Asia, there are 394 different people groups within the entire continent. Now, of course, with all these drastically different ethnicities, this creates different types of impositions or problems for cohesion, unity, and effective governance, which we'll get into a little bit later. I think religion is one of the most important things to understand about people in Asia, as there are so many different types of religions, from Buddhism to Hinduism to Taoism to Confucianism, and of course the other worldly religions, some we talked about, some we did not talk about yet. The story of religion is key to understanding the story of people in Asia. And then, of course, last but certainly not least, cultural diffusion is really important to understand the human patterns of Asia. If you know what cultural diffusion means, it's basically the spreading of cultural attributes from one place to another with modification in this way. Many different regions of Asia develop differently due to elements of physical and human phenomenon. So, for example, Buddhism has changed drastically over time as people spread throughout Asia, and therefore different strands of Buddhism can be found in Asia today. We'll get more into the cultural diffusion aspects of Asia as we dive deeper into this unit. Let's go ahead and go to the next question. From Thursday and Friday, what are the most important things to know about Asia's geography? Please provide an overview of at least 6 different things. So we're going to go ahead and talk about some of the geographical aspects of Asia that often get overlooked that are really important for you guys to know before we dive deeper into this unit. So here we go. Number 1, the size. Asia makes up about 1/3 of all the land on Earth, and it is also the largest continent on Earth in terms of land size. I think when you think about this, this makes sense, especially when you consider Russia and all the parts of the northern hemisphere there. In terms of climate, the wide range of climate zones that you'll find in Asia are dramatic and diverse, from tropical to rainforest to desert to steppe to tundra. So many different climate zones affect the way that the continent has developed both physically and also culturally. Of course, water is one of the most important things too. Many rivers and seas define human and physical development of the continent, as you'll find many different types of bodies of water, with people and different types of civilizations around them. Landforms are also really important to understand the story of Asia, both physically and also from a cultural standpoint, as many mountain ranges, steppes, and plateaus have managed to divide the continent as well. The story of people traversing those types of landforms and or not has affected the way that we viewed history. In terms of plant life and vegetation, Asia has the most diverse plant and vegetation biomes in the entire world. And I think when you think about this, it also makes sense too, from the lush rainforest to the tropical regions of Southeast Asia, all the way to and through the mountains of China too. In terms of animals, thousands of animal species inhabit the continent of Asia. Some of the most popular ones that you might be familiar with are pandas, cobras, the Komodo dragon, the elephant, and tigers. And so much more, honestly. But understanding the animal life of Asia can help you get a real feel for the diversity of the continent in full. So there you guys have it. Those are the answers to the questions of the day. Please remember to submit accordingly when you are fully finished. Thank you very much for tuning in.